Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. I'm Nai, that's Mako, and my controller's not on. There we go. Apparently I stopped right on the edge of the area transition, too. I stopped at just the right time last episode. Okay.
Yuna?
So here's the cloister, or here's the,
Inside, maybe?
here's the thing.
Then what are we standing here
So
for?
Tidus has decided that this time he's not standing outside. He's actually going to go all the way in to where to the House of the Faith or whatever it's called.
Hey! You can stuff your taboos!
And Tidus has a point. The taboos don't seem to apply to anyone who would actually need them to apply to them. And Kimahri agrees. They are going to go in and check on Yuna. Make sure she's okay. Up goes the door. It's kind of a pretty looking area. And Kimahri's going to hold it so Tidus can go through. And let's see what he finds inside.
Our first actual good look at inside of a Chamber of the Faith.
And that's the... Wait, that looks familiar.
It's awfully familiar, yeah.
Yuna, how you doing?
What's that?
Yuna does not seem surprised. Or here's Auron, he says to go in.
Join with the summoner
Faith.
and together receive the Aeon.
Yep.
They are human souls, imprisoned in stone by ancient Yevon rites.
That does not seem like a good thing, to be honest
The
with
dead
you.
should be allowed to
Well,
rest.
they do state earlier on that the Faith actually do this voluntarily.
Yeah. So this was a thing they did on purpose on their own. Oh crap, it attacked Yuna! Nope, that's how Yuna gets her faith. So this happens to her every time she goes into a faith.
So no wonder she comes out of them nearly just about to keel over.
Yep. And Auron bows out. Tidus looks a little bit concerned, but he's going to carry her out and all will be well. So we've actually been inside of there, and you can hear the faith singing.
Wait! Don't come out!
Uh-oh, Riku's warning us about something. But Tidus doesn't have a habit of listening to people. You know those rules about only guardians and summoners go into cloisters?
You are to stand trial.
Wow,
Yeah,
that was
I
a weird glitch.
I expect it will be a fair trial.
Keenock's
Of
laughing
course it
evilly.
will.
Did you see Keenock just turn around just now? That weird glitch? Oh, well. So we have just earned Bahamut.
One of the great wonders and our last sort of main line.
And one of the biggest ones, too. Bahamut's as much of a badass as you might expect him to be. He's going to be fun to play with.
He does a ton of damage.
So we're now being tried. There's a courtroom.
I get the feeling that we're going to take a quick trip to Australia.
Australia.
This is clearly a kangaroo court.
Maybe.
Those on trial believe in Yevon.
I don't know, we haven't seen that guy before.
Only the truth.
Maester Kelk wants...
And yet they speak as if we ought to.
Yep.
Summoner Yuna,
Okay, so he's talking directly to Yuna here. We're not involved.
you have sworn to protect the people of Yevon.
Okay, so here comes... So he's not only the judge, but he's also the jury, the executioner, and the lawyer as well.
You have inflicted
So much for a fair trial.
on Maester
Yep.
Seymour Guado,
It's not going to end very well.
conspired with the Albed and joined in their insurrection.
What insurrection? You killed them all.
These are traitorous and unforgivable.
So they're traitorous or
crimes
unforgivable.
that
How are we
disturb
supposed to have a
the
fair
order of
trial here?
Yevon.
This is not ending well.
Tell this court what possessed you to participate in such
So,
violence.
by the way, the only 4 people as part of this court are Seymour himself,
The real traitor.
Micah, who
Is
already
Maester
agrees
Seymour.
with Seymour, Keenock, who appears to be in their pocket,
Father Gisco
and
with
this
his
guy we've
own
never seen
hands.
before.
What is this?
Kelk seems surprised by this accusation,
Haven't you heard?
and Seymour admits to it,
Not only that,
directly.
Maester Seymour is already dead.
Yuna announces him to be an
It is a
unsent.
summoner's sacred duty to send the souls of the departed to the far plane.
Lulu tries to back her up.
Yuna was only doing her job.
That's
as
a pretty good
summoner.
argument, too.
Grand Maester Micah,
Riku just glitched out.
please send Seymour now.
Maester Micah, send him.
The unsent to where they belong?
Micah seems to be pondering this.
Yes,
Yes, you should send her. That's a thing. Uh-oh. Why is he laughing?
Maester?
That can't be a good thing.
Send the dead?
Yeah, he does not seem to be particularly agreeing with... Uh-oh. He's full of... Oh my, he's full of stars.
You would have to send...
Maester Micah's dead, too. That's a problem.
What?
Now Wakka's learning that everything he
Grand
believes in is
Maester
literally a
Micah
lie.
is a wise leader.
And
Even
Kelk
in
agrees
death,
with this, so there's
is
no
invaluable
friends in
Spira.
this.
Enlightened rule by the dead is preferable to the misguided failures of the living.
And Keenock agrees too, so the entire court, if not dead, it agrees with dead.
Men die, beasts die,
Yeah.
trees
And now we
die,
learn something important
even
about how
continents
Spira
perish.
works.
Yeah, forget the circle of life.
Truly commands in Spira.
It's an interesting argument,
Resisting its power is
that there's a spiral of death no matter what. Even Spira is named
What a
after it.
sin.
Spin just helps people die.
I am a summoner, my lord. Like my father before
And
me,
Yuna's arguing that we're trying to stop Sin from
I am
killing
on
people.
a pilgrimage to
But
stop the
Yuna
death that
is
sin
failing to
brings.
understand that she will die to stop Sin,
you-
so even more death will
Are you
happen.
telling me that too is futile?
Yuna's not having a good day.
Grand Maester Micah, I am not alone.
And so Yuna somehow powers her thing to rise up for a really grand comment.
Their battles, their sacrifices, were they all in vain?
Nope, never mind, she's just whining again. There's a really weird thing the voice actor does during this section.
No matter how many summoners give their lives,
And so Micah brings up that
cannot
Sin cannot be
truly
defeated. Forever.
Their rebirth cannot be stopped.
Yup.
Yet the
Every 10
courage
years
of
problems will
those
happen.
who fight gives the people hope.
It's hard to tell if Micah's actually a bad
There is
guy.
nothing futile in the life and death of a summoner.
He genuinely believes that he's doing the right thing. It's just unfortunate that the right thing happens to be incorrect.
Yeah, pretty much.
Indeed,
So
that
everybody
is the
will die.
essence
It's
of them.
it's the natural order of things for everybody to die. So says Maester Micah.
Heaven is embodied by eternal,
It's kind of interesting.
unchanging
I don't agree with them.
continuance.
I'm not happy about this whole thing.
That can't be
But
right.
there's not really much we can do because this is a kangaroo court and we don't have any power over this right now.
These truths, they are traitors.
So we are once again branded as
Lord
traitors.
Micah,
This is not really a new thing anymore, unfortunately.
This is that unchanging truth that Maester Micah just talked about. And now we're put into a cell.
Get me out of here! I
And
want
once
out
again, you can see
now!
how painted the background is.
You hear me?
It's a very pretty
You waste
painted
your
background, but
Like, they don't seem to be interacting with the background. You can tell it's just painted on. It's very pretty. It's very interesting. But
Man.
not sure how I feel about it, honestly. Because if you ever go back and look
She's
at
strong.
like the older Final
She'll make
Fantasies
it.
or older games of the like, you'll notice this painted
She'll
background
make
thing
it?
happens a lot. And you look nowadays,
she
and
can
there's this
die?
whole, everything is generated. It's hard to say which one looks better sometimes.
Why is it everything in Spira seems to revolve around people dying?
And Tita says everything revolves around people dying. I even said at the very beginning of the Let's Play,
Huh?
everybody we see is either dead or going to
Summoners
be.
challenge the bringer of death, sin, and die doing so.
And
Guardians give
that's
their
basically what it
lives
is.
to protect their summoner.
everybody in power so far is.
These are the souls of the dead.
Everything involves
the
death.
ministers
And
of
in
Yevon
Orin's
are
recanting, he's everything is dead.
Spira is full of death. Only sin
He is
born,
functionally correct.
and only to
Yep.
bring more death.
I mean,
It
technically,
is a cycle of
Earth is
death,
like that too.
Spiraling endlessly.
Everything is dead or everything is gonna be. But we tend to function more around the prolonging of not death. Sup, Keenock? You come to gloat?
Come out. Your sentence has been decided.
So they're gonna do something to us.
Sentence. Don't you mean execution?
So Orin thinks we're going to be
Really now,
killed.
What person would execute a dear friend?
Keenock, questions things, and Orin says, nope, you'd kill us. Something tells me...
We're using the term friend very loosely here.
Well, something tells me antagonizing your Gowler isn't the best idea. Maybe they disagree with me, though. So what exactly is going to happen to us? Well... Let's see.
Looks like you're next.
Next for what?
Next for what?
Yeah, thank you, Titus. That's what I wanted to know. Uh-oh. In you go. So apparently they're going to drown Titus, the guy who breathes water for a living.
Where's everybody else?
And Titus is having no trouble,
Floating down there somewhere,
speaking
maybe.
underwater, and the other guy's having no trouble understanding him. So I'm not necessarily sure if this is supposed to be a bad thing. This is necessarily a punishment. Because it seems like everybody has no trouble swimming in this game. Hey, Waka. Hey, look, there's Riku, too. We're alive!
What's our sentence?
So, what's the
They
problem?
expect us to give up and die down here.
Okay, well, that's a thing.
That's a lame way to kill someone.
I agree with Titus.
Where's Uni?
We have no idea where Yuna is. She didn't come in our direction.
if we should
They sent
wait
her
for
somewhere
her.
else. Should we wait for her,
Let's wait at the
or...
exit.
Yeah, let's get to the exit
There
first.
is an exit.
Titus is not exactly sure that there is an exit, but all of these characters have spent their lives in the water. They're all going to be fine in the water. Okay.
How fares the Ronso Maester?
So Micah is curious what's going on with the
Seems my
Ronso.
father's murder troubles him.
Seymour speaking quite frankly about killing his dad. Nobody seems to be worried about this.
Ever the Ronso.
The other three are not exactly,
Hard-headed, hardly useless.
happy with the Ronso.
However, the summoner Yuna, daughter to High
And now
Summoner
here comes the
Ronso,
problem. See, Seymour has not
seemingly
stopped
lives some useless
plotting.
alive.
Obsessing, I think, would be a better
She
term,
has
quite frankly.
disturbed the order
Quite possibly.
of Yevon. She cannot be allowed to live.
So here's the question.
I understand.
If you kill her, do you
Let
leave
it
her
go, Seymour.
unsent?
No one thrown into the Via Purifico has ever
So now we know where
survived.
we are. We're in the Via Purifico.
Yet there is always a small chance.
No
that
one's
they
ever
might.
survived down there, but there's a chance someone
These
might
guards
yet.
at the exit kill any who emerge.
And apparently there is an exit. We have learned
Sir,
this.
leave that to me.
Makes sense after a fashion.
First your father.
So Seymour has volunteered to go kill Yuna if she escapes.
Allow me to do this because she is my bride.
Wait,
Micah comments
I'll
that,
go
it's unusual for him
do
to
not
kill both
trust
of them. And Keenock points out that he does not trust
you
Seymour to
trust
kill
a
her.
man who murdered his father?
You trust a man who murdered his father?
Very well.
I wouldn't.
As you wish.
No.
There you
That's
have
it. I
it.
probably wouldn't trust him before he murdered his father either.
Oh, yes.
I would not trust Seymour
Lady
at all.
Yuna, forgive me.
Uh-oh, someone wants to be forgiven. To the condemned. Stone panels are scattered throughout the Via Purifico. Step on one to transport yourself to the next panel in the indicated direction. Nothing will happen if there is no panel to receive you at the far end. The Via Purifico has one of the best soundtracks I think I've ever heard. Let's go ahead and save. And now we have to escape the Via Purifico. On the plus side, we have Bahamut. In fact, there is no minus side.
And we finally have Yuna back.
Yep. And we have
But-
her alone for a while, which is kind of an issue.
Yeah.
On the plus side, we actually have a different character model right now.
It's a nice change.
Oh, it's enemies. I guess I might just have to summon Bahamut. And here comes Bahamut, Lord of the Skies. I mean, not in his original mythology or anything, but... From what I understand, in the original mythology, Bahamut's kind of like a hippo crossed with a mermaid and the Lord of the Seas. And Bahamut approaches like a boss. Yeah. Bahamut is so much of a boss that when you summon him, he just stands with his arms crossed all day long.
He just does not care.
Bahamut does not give two shits.
He will end you.
Notice Bahamut not giving a shit. Nope. Smack. Nope, there'll be none of that. Smack. Overkill. So we're going to hopefully get Yuna leveled up a little bit, because she's kind of behind right now. We also want to explore as much of the Via Purifico as we possibly can.
Because there are shinies all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Lots of them.
There's also a couple of friends somewhere around here.
Not till the end.
No, they're scattered throughout the dungeon.
Or are they?
Yes.
Oh, those friends. Okay. Uh-oh, it's people. Quick, summon the anti-Soylent Green. And here comes Bahamut again. We're going to be summoning Bahamut a lot for a while. Okay.
Strangely, he's very useful.
Yep, he knows what he's doing. Bahamut just bitch slaps everything. That's how he works. He's also immune to most everything, like most summons. Unfortunately, he does not have his overdrive yet, and we're going to want that. And keep moving. Oh, already came. I came from that way. Okay, we want to go up. Okay, so this gate means I have to teleport through that section. So we need to go find a teleporter that actually aims at that gate. That's the obnoxious thing about the Via Purifico, is you have to kind of figure out where everything is. Oh, we got ambushed. We haven't been ambushed in a long time, specifically because Tidus has the anti-ambush weapon. On the other hand, Yuna does not have the anti-ambush weapon. Oh, you took a lot of damage just now. Bahamut, would you come punish these bitches?
That was the time for fire and death.
Who needs fire? Bahamut has claws. All he has to do is go smack him. No, Bahamut also has the ability Impulse, which just damages all enemies. Let's go ahead and use that. This is how Bahamut says hi. That is a really great way to get rid of people. We did get an overkill, but that was about it. Enchanted Rod, Seeker's Ring. We have found the Ronso.
There must
nope,
be
never mind, it's Orin.
Somewhere. We
couldn't see him. Okay, so we have Orin. Let's go ahead and save. Let's see if we can find someone else before we quit for today.
I think you walked past where Lulu was.
Did I? That thing's not turned on right now.
No, I think the active one's a little bit below it, to the south.
We'll find them. I mean, if you leave without getting them, they'll be there at the exit with you, but...
They make wandering around a little bit easier.
Yep. Okay. So for now, what we want to do... Let's go ahead and... I kind of don't want to summon, because I want to give Orin a chance to get his overdrive up. I want Yuna to get a chance to get her overdrive up, too.
That will be very useful.
So Orin's going to go ahead and guard himself, hit guard, and Yuna will heal him. Easy way to get both, well, it's not going to get Orin his overdrive, but it will get Yuna hers. Everybody attacks, and Orin will take all the damage. Which works for me. White magic, Cura on Orin. Unfortunately, it's taking a long time. So that might not be a good way to do it. I might need to change Yuna's overdrive meter. Because we just don't take enough damage for that to work.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she's going up by just little piffling amounts. Look at that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to change how that works. Orin, can you just go kill things, please? Thank you. And Yuna, can you just go ahead and cure yourself? And unfortunately, the cure doesn't work if she's curing herself. So it's just, it's not a good thing. I'll have Yuna pray. And that's probably what pray is there for, really. It's for her overdrive.
Yeah, it'll boost. Well, it doesn't boost very much later on, just because she doesn't heal all that much. More's the pity, but
what if everybody's in the party and everybody's hurt? Ifrit also needs his overdrive, so I guess we'll call Ifrit for this. Now, hopefully Yuna has Ally as an overdrive, and I'll just let her overdrive boost up every time she takes a turn. Yeah, we're gonna want as many summons available as possible. Do I have any other options for her? Healer or Stoic? Not good options. Let's continue moving our way down. There's Kamari.
Yuna, sorry we left you alone.
And Kamari feels the need to apologize to her.
It's okay.
So now Kamari's back. Now we have more people to get hurt, which will make filling Yuna's overdrive meter a little bit easier. Gotta keep exploring the Via Purifico. You got a preemptive strike. Neat. Because I believe Kamari will also need his overdrive. So we'll let him get it. This is what we're supposed to have Yuna for. Or not Yuna, but Lulu for. You know, would you stop trying to take a turn? Kamari has learned Ally. Yuna, could you learn Ally already? I mean, seriously.
Don't you get that just by having her in the party when other people take a turn?
I can't remember if it's her, when she takes a turn or when someone else takes a turn. So I know it says Ally, but I believe it's when anybody takes a turn. Alright, sorry, I believe it's just, it only goes up when she specifically takes a turn. Water! Of course this is going to be a water thing. Yuna has learned Comrade, so when allies take damage...
That might actually be quite good for her.
Yeah. But remember, it is based on how much damage the allies actually take. So, that said, at this rate, it's probably going to be better than Healer. It's definitely better than Stoic. So I guess we'll switch to it. I think what we're going to want to give her is Victory. So she just gains overdrive when we win.
Well, here's a good place to grind for that, because she's mandatory to the party, really.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes. And here's where we get the teleporters.
Yeah, I think I screwed it up, though. I thought you got yeah, I screwed it up. I thought you had a chance to choose where you went.
Sort of. Like, you have to... It's like
you have
the
to
ones...
step on it when it's ready.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones, you actually press the button. So Kamari's doing almost no damage, so I think it's the wrong weapon for him. It's not as good as it looks.
It's because he doesn't have Pierce.
Yeah, these guys need Pierce.
It ain't a bad weapon, it's just not suited to this area.
Well, it's really just not good on him is the problem. We'll change that weapon. The one he's been using since I got him. Because that weapon's actually good. Yeah, see, he did triple damage just now. Well, more than he had done previously. And I can live with that. He still doesn't do a lot of damage, though. He's doing half of what Auron does with a single strike. Which is kind of a shame. Because Kamari could be so good, but he just doesn't have the damage right now. Then again, I'm not helping that by sending him down, you know, Tidus's path instead of someone else's. Okay, guys, well, we're going to go ahead and take a break. And when we come back, we're going to continue finishing up with the Via Purifico, which doesn't take too long, really. We'll see you soon.